Thank you. liters of water in just 3 minutes. But most of their fluids come from the food they eat. In a land where bodies of fresh water rarely exist, a lagoon like this can feed, cool, and rehydrate the herd. By late August, the weaver colony is a bustling hive of activity. Females are busy feathering nests that have met with their approval, and refusing those they don't like.
The novice builder from earlier is undoing all his hard work. Rejection is never easy. Males can make several attempts at a nest before a female will accept it. The master builder and his partner have been busy too. Over 2 weeks ago, the female laid her eggs. Now, new life emerges. 3 hungry beaks. Multiple beaks are good news. They mean there's no parasitical cuckoo chick to raise. But female weavers usually lay 2 eggs per nest. 3 just means more work for mum. Caterpillars are packed with nutrition, but you can only bring one at a time. And like all dutiful mothers, she's often faced with the less glamorous side of child rearing. The fed chick poops into its own disposable diaper, which the female removes to keep the nest clean. The young weavers will remain in the nest for 18 days. A ready supply of moths and bugs keeps them well fed and growing fast. While she's busy feeding the chicks, their prolific father has built a new nest and found another partner. Many weavers are polygamous. Male repels can partner up to 3 females at a time. Juggling the demands of dating, mating, and nest building is exhausting. There will be no let-up until Harif is over. Further up the escarpment, visibility is poor over the Hyrax colony. The sentry will find it harder to spot approaching predators while the mist remains. The adults are cautious, but venture out to forage. Hyraxes are predominantly grazers, eating grasses and other low-growing vegetation. But the monsoon also brings browsing opportunities. Commiphora, more commonly known as Abyssinian myrrh, grows endemically in this region. The small leaves are sparse among the spiny branches of the shrub, but provide valuable nutrition to the hyrax. Reaching the leaves, however, requires skill, and a bit of daring. This one takes its time to balance. But another has clearly done this before. Rock hyraxes are well adapted for climbing. Their clawless feet have a rubbery texture, enabling them to clamber easily among their rocky habitat. The thin branches of the shrub are a bigger challenge. Hyraxes feed rapidly. Speed eating enables them to forage for only an hour a day. Less time in the open means less likelihood of getting nabbed by a predator. Like the camels, hyraxes have a 3-chambered stomach to help them digest their food. They're not ruminants. They don't need to chew their food twice, but bacteria in their gut help them to digest it as efficiently. An alarm call shatters the peace. The distinctive shape and pattern of an eagle soars over the escarpment. Varroa eagles breed here in the Dhofar Mountains. They are the biggest threat to the hyraxes. This one is not alone. Pairs hunt cooperatively. One attracts the attention of the hyrax, whilst the other swoops down unnoticed to grab its victim. The hyraxes hide amongst the boulders. But it looks as though someone wasn't fast enough today. Come September, the monsoon mist begins to clear, resulting in occasional bright days. Reptiles tend to keep a low profile during the wet weather, preferring dry conditions. But now the days are brightening, a flamboyant lizard begins to reveal itself. An Arabian chameleon. Oman is home to 103 species of reptile, but this is the only chameleon on the Arabian Peninsula. It lives only here, in the monsoon belt. It spends more time on the ground than other arboreal chameleons. Out in the open it's exposed, but does its best to blend into its surroundings. Chameleons are best known for their ability to change color. This can provide useful camouflage. It can also help them regulate their temperature and communicate their mood. it moves into cover, it becomes almost invisible. Each eye rotates independently, enabling it to look forwards and backwards at the same time to check for danger. Reaching the safety of a tree, it changes color again. Mimicking a branch will keep this quirky reptile out of sight should the eagles come circling again. Higher up in a nearby fig tree, a feast is underway. A Bruce's green pigeon makes the most of the ripening fruit. Carotenoids in the figs give this pigeon its bright yellow and green colors. The bird's plumage is at its most striking at this time of year, when the fruit is ripe. By late September, the Kharif fades into memory. The rushing water of the falls no longer echoes through the valley. The days become brighter and drier. The change of weather suits the sun-loving hyrax colony. Up on the escarpment, the eagles have flown off. But a stark reminder of a predator remains. As the sentry takes up its lookout position, the mammals take advantage of the returning sun. Rock hyraxes have poor thermoregulation. Like reptiles, basking in the sun enables them to warm up without using their own energy. Kharif's rains may be gone, but they have left a parting gift. Pups. Female hyraxes time the birth of their young to coincide with the monsoon. The babies have remained hidden in their bolder homes and emerge when food is more plentiful. The youngsters form a creche, close to the safety of a boulder bolt hole. Huddling together is another good way to warm up. Others are starting to find their feet, practicing their rock climbing skills. These two seem more adventurous than their nursery peers. The pair heads up to the myrrh bush, where the adults are feeding. But they won't be getting any climbing lessons from this one. Surely a lighter youngster stands a better chance. Young hyraxes develop remarkably quickly. They can run and jump within a few hours of being born. Learning how to balance can be more challenging. There will inevitably be more hard lessons to learn. Practice will eventually grant all the young hyraxes the skills they need for life in the colony. As October arrives, many of the nests in the weaver colony are looking a little disheveled. The master builder's nest is now empty. The fledglings remain close by, as does their mother. They're not yet old enough to fend for themselves. They still beg for food from mum. Nearby, a juvenile cuckoo has long left its foster nest. One pair of hapless weavers was cheated into raising it as their own. But now it must fend for itself. Despite the passing of the rains, the weavers are still breeding. True to form, the master builder now has a new nest, a new female, and new chicks, which are as hungry as their half-siblings. But the breeding season is drawing to a close, and he's starting to lose the bright yellow plumage that separates the weaver men from the boys. His mating colors will return next spring as he attempts to start family life once more. With the mist and running water now gone, the seasonal feast of lush vegetation will soon diminish. The last of the figs and flowers help build up fat reserves, ready for lean times ahead. The enormous trunk of this African baobab tree stores enough water for it to survive until the rains return next year. As the grasses start to dry up, the dromedary camels begin to move on with their human herders. Their bellies are full, their humps are firm, each holding up to 36 kilos of fat. This vital energy reserve helps to sustain them through the long, dry winter that lies ahead here. For now, the monsoon is over. This herd will return to the desert beyond the mountains. Next year, the rains will come again, transforming the Dhofar Mountains of Arabia once more.